This week's all-new episode of The Flash was called Escape from Earth-2, and it picks up right from where last week's left off. Zoom is furious with the failures of his henchmen and calls for Harrison Wells' head. Of course, one has to wonder why he even bothered handing out pictures and scrawling his message big on buildings, but in the end, he just went to the building that everyone knows Wells works at anyway. To save their skin, the good guys are forced to enlist the help of Earth-2 Barry, and while he may be a dweeb, he may be a scaredy cat, he ended up having one hell of a hero's journey this episode. First off, he scores major points by helping the good guys hunt down Killer Frost by using his computer and profiling skills. I especially appreciated that even though he knows it's going to be dangerous and he's terrified beyond all measure, he vows to stand by his wife Iris side by side during the whole upcoming endeavor. Wow man, wait to be a good partner, Barry 2. While all this is going on, Barry and Jesse attempt to uncover the mystery of the man in the iron mask that Zoom is keeping prisoner. These two work well off each other, and it's a nice change of pace for our hero to be given a problem that he just can't punch his way out of. He has to use his mind on this one. Maskey is clearly very important. Why else would Zoom go through all the trouble of locking him away but not going through all the trouble of killing him? He seems to be connected to Jay Garrick in some way, shape, or form, and I have my own theories which kind of go all over the place. Could he be Earth-2 Wally? Could he be Earth-2 Eddie? Now at first I was asking myself, why doesn't Barry just vibrate his molecules and escape his cell? We've seen him do it before. Well, in a bit of clever writing, he needs to see Zoom do it first so he knows how, which means he's more than willing to bait the bad guy into a fight and take a beat down just to learn his secret. Now after having her love murdered last episode, the good guys try and get Killer Frost to jump ship, Cisco thinking that she can't be all that different from their Caitlin, so maybe he can reach her after all. Or, if nothing else, maybe they can scare her into thinking what happened to her friends might happen to her next if she is to anger and or fail Zoom again. Again, I really like what they do with Killer Frost in this show, and maybe, who knows, down the line, maybe Earth-1 Caitlin can get some powers of her own, you think? This all leads to a very daring rescue mission wherein the good guys are forced to overcome their issues and battle Zoom one last time before the final breach can close behind them, trapping them forever in Earth-2. I think the cherry on this moment had to be Barry giving Barry a pep talk. Okay, so that was the A story out of the way. The B story once again involves Jay Garrick and the speed drug Velocity. Kathleen tinkered with it off screen and now we have Velocity 9. Not only does it give Jay his flash speed back, but it also seems to be curing him of his cancer disease. Okay, well, that was super convenient. You were what? You were dying for 3 episodes, now you're fine? The crazy thing is, even with his speed back, poor Jay still gets underwritten something awful. Oh, sure, he saved some people from the rampaging Geomancer who's still making trouble after last week, but in the end, when this Z-list jobber attacks Star Labs, it's the ladies Iris and Catelyn who defeat him with zero help from Jay, who get this, was napping. Again, it was nice to see the ladies handle their own business this episode and not need to have someone swoop on in and save them, but what was the point of giving Jay his speed back if he didn't even defeat the bad guy? That seemed where it was going. These two storylines collide near the tail end of the episode as Jay is forced to use his newfound speed to keep the final breach open long enough for our heroes to escape from Earth-2. Wow, it's almost like that was the title of the episode or something. It gets brushed over pretty quick, but I dig the idea that Harrison and Jesse are forced to more or less leave their world and their lives behind to start new ones here on Earth-2 as to avoid Zoom's wrath. Escape from Earth-2 was a fitting conclusion to this 2-episode arc, even if I felt episode 1 was much stronger. Grant Gustin got to show off his acting chops as Earth-2 Barry, and the stuff in the prison was clever. It also managed to deepen the mystery of who Zoom is in a great way. Really, the only fault of this episode is once again the Jay stuff. That falls totally flat on its face, but without spoiling too much, maybe in the end the Jay stuff didn't matter as much as I thought it would. I would give this episode an 8 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll feel like checking out some more videos I have on offer here at Cape Joel.